Here's Johnny.
Welcome to my world, bitch.
Hi, I'm Chucky, and I'm your friend to the end. Heidi-ho.
And when you're down here with me, you float down.
Like scary movies?
Uh-huh.
What's your favorite scary movie?
What is up, everybody? I am one of the hosts, the 4K bad guy.
And I'm another one of your hosts, Mr. Fuentes.
What's up, guys? I'm Juan, and I am joined here by these two fellas. You guys gotta sound a little bit more lively. It's Wednesday. It's horror movie night. It's a podcast. How excited are you guys? You guys excited?
Cool.
I'm excited
You guys,
on a Wednesday.
Come on, you guys don't seem excited. It's Wednesday.
It's the middle, like with the midweek.
the best day of the week.
It's hump day, man.
Yeah, hump day.
Who you humping one?
2 more days until that glorious Friday.
Ooh,
Glory.
to the glory hole. Glorious Friday.
Doing some wangasms.
Speaking of today, it being a glorious day, today is we have a birthday today, right?
Hell yeah.
Happy birthday, Nick. No, I'm just messing with
Well, it's my birthday.
Happy birthday, Nick!
Come twice a year, just like I do. No, it's my lovely Coles over here. The guy with the
Oh, the real
Nice
one?
hair.
It's your birthday?
again,
No.
Mister.
kidding. Go ahead, bad guy.
Anyways, just a big happy birthday to Mr. Fuentes, the sexy co-host that I do the show with, that Juan gets to do the show with, the rapper, the Egg McMuffin of rappers.
The Egg McMuffin of rappers. This is going to be my new hairstyle every time I go on stage now.
You are the pancake of our McGriddle.
Ooh.
Mm.
Am I the bacon to your baconator?
Did you have some, what was it, Wendy's?
Wendy's nuts hit your chin!
What'd you do to celebrate? You do anything fun yet, or are you holding that for the weekend?
I got to spend some time with Nick, Franco, and some of the other Ema Sawa guys yesterday, and got to eat some Chili's and just chill with friends. Yesterday we did our 1,000 subscriber on YouTube Women's March. I guess that's the best way to explain it. But there'll be a video up soon on Ema Sawa Production, so make sure y'all go to that and subscribe, because there'll be a fun video of me in a dress and Franco in a dress with a wig, and it was fun times. A lot of I didn't know what to expect, honestly, walking around downtown Corpus Christi, but it was a lot of positivity. It was really nice. A lot of people congratulating us for hitting 1,000 subscribers, and we had a honk if you think we're sexy, and people were honking and things like that. Like, it was good times. I really enjoyed it. I was thoroughly surprised how well everything turned out. Yeah, I think I don't think it got caught on video, so I guess I have to say this right now. So, like, I used to do a lot of open mics at House of Rock in Corpus Christi, and they happened to be doing an open mic that night. And whenever I went in there, I haven't seen the guy that runs open mic in, like, I want to say two years, since COVID and everything hit, because they had to shut things down. And then they just got open mic kind of going the last maybe 6 months or so. And anyway, so I'm standing in the back in, full dress with a wig on, and the guy that's hosted on stage, he's like, "Mr. Fuentes, is that you?" It just called me out in the middle of this big, it wasn't a huge crowd, but it was hilarious. Everyone just turns around, and I'm just like, "Yeah, dude, it's me." Yeah, it was good times.
Nick, you didn't have to partake in the one dress challenge.
The what? Dress challenge?
Yeah, you didn't.
Yeah.
You didn't go marching?
I went marching, but doing something else. I put in some work recording.
he was the videographer for the opening
Oh,
night.
okay. Man. Well, I'm excited to see that video. Hopefully, it drops soon.
It should. Franco's pretty good about that stuff, so it'll be nice.
I mean, 1,000. Rome's at 1,200.
Yeah, I think it jumped an extra 100 just overnight.
It's
Overnight.
yeah. But sounds like everyone had a good time. I mean, Judy, did you say what you did over the weekend? One.
Over the weekend, I did not do a lot other than getting caught up on some TV shows. I got caught up on House of Dragons, She-Hulk, and then yeah, just watching some
She-Hulk.
yeah,
Yeah,
watching some
I only
movies.
got to see the first episode. I know there's already 3 and gonna be 4 pretty soon.
Yeah.
But
The fourth one came out today. It wasn't too bad. I mean, a lot of people are knocking it for the bad CGI, but I'm laughing while I'm watching it, so it's funny. It's a good time.
you're laughing at how bad the CGI is.
No, I'm getting caught up and laughing with how funny the actual actress is and the kind of chemistry she has with pretty much everybody that comes in contact with her. I haven't seen her playing anything else. Um, and then House of Dragons is just getting really good, and I heard episode 3 is really good. And if you guys are like Game of Thrones fans, I think you'll really enjoy it. So
Nice.
that's all I did the weekend.
Yeah, I felt like I needed to cut down on my subscriptions, so I was like, "What next Disney Plus thing's coming on?" They're like She-Hulk, and I was like, "All right, I can cancel for now."
Yeah. And then Disney Plus Day is this weekend, so they're going to be pushing out a bunch of extra stuff. Hocus Pocus comes out at the end of the month.
Yeah, I
So,
might have to resubscribe just to check it out.
yeah.
I'm not like a huge Hocus Pocus fan. I just want to see if they keep to me, Hocus Pocus is one of those, like, I don't
You
want
want
to
to
say
see how
cult.
bad they aged?
I don't want to say cult classics, but whenever they come up with a sequel, it's either gonna like bring up the past one that's gonna kind of make it stay like where it's at, or it's like almost like, oh man, this is so bad. Like, why did y'all even decide to do this? And I feel kind of bad sometimes for these actors because, like, they sign contracts, I assume, before they even like see how everything's gonna look in the end. They're just like, hey, here's the script. This is what we think it's supposed to look like by the time we're done. I mean, do y'all want to get in or nah, or whatever.
Yeah. And like,
And then
yeah.
and then they're like, yeah, sure. And then they see the final product. And they're like, oh my God, this is an abomination. Like, why did I even it's not even worth the money you're giving me right now. Or maybe some of them are just like, I don't care, man. You just fill my pockets, bro. I'll do whatever you want me to do. I don't know. I feel like it's tough being in one of those kind of situations, especially with these older sequels when they try to come out with them.
They get paid well at the end of the day.
I think so. But we'll see. We'll see what it turns out to be.
But today's pick is a little unorthodox. It's not really a horror movie, but you guys gave me the green light, and I was like,
Let's do it.
let's do Little Nicky. Adam Sandler's birthday is Friday. It's technically got to do with the devil, right? There's some kind of horror aspect in this movie, so
Yeah, there's monsters. There's horny birds.
Horny
Demons.
birds.
There's gore. There's murder. I mean, it has all the aspects of a horror movie, just not in horror movie form.
When you go to check up what it's under, like the genre or whatever, it goes comedy. And on the side of it says romance also, which there's a romance, but it's just like it's very minor within the movie.
Yeah, definitely. No, I'm excited to talk about this one because, like, I haven't seen this since I was a child, and now, like, thinking about it in my child brain and thinking about it in my adult brain, like, I kind of have a lot to talk about because it's just like, oh, I kind of see why it has a 21 in Rotten Tomato. But at the same time, it's like your nostalgia always takes over when you watch movies like this. Because I mean, I watched this when I was really young. I'm sure a lot of y'all did too, or both of y'all did too. Um, even though you weren't supposed to,
Mm.
most likely.
Hey, Juan, you want to snap us?
Yeah, we're going to talk about Little Nicky. So, after two of the devil's three sons escape hell to wreak havoc on Earth, the devil must send his third son, the mild mannered Nicky, to bring them back before it's too late. Starring Adam Sandler, Patricia Arquette, Harvey Keitel, Rife Fiennes, Tom Lister Jr., Rodney Dangerfield, Alan Covert, uh, Peter Dante, um, and written by Adam Sandler, Tim Hurley, and directed by Stephen Brill. Reese Witherspoon is also in it. Dana Carvey, John Lovitz, um, Quentin Tarantino, Rob Schneider, J-
Ozzy.
John Witherspoon. Yeah, Ozzy Osbourne's in it. It's your basic Adam Sandler movie, man. I mean, like he has all his friends come in and he puts together a hell of a cast. And yeah, Fuentes, you brought up Rotten Tomatoes. It's 21% on Rotten Tomatoes. IMDb only gives it a 5.3. 76% by the Google users, and this movie made absolutely no money at the box office.
Dude, I like right before this podcast, I was looking up the budget and the box office, and the budget was $85 million, and in the box office they only got a return of $58 million, which is by all standard practices a bomb.
Yeah.
They didn't make more than they put into it, um, which I guess is something I wanted to talk about once we got more into the minutia of this podcast.
But you guys can check it out if you haven't watched it yet. Go check it out on Netflix. They didn't show this much money, any love on physical media. It's only on DVD. So yeah, let's dig into it. This movie's either like you're either gonna like this movie or you're absolutely gonna hate it. I think it's just
Way
It was
to
like
put
the
it.
best description of this movie.
yeah. I don't think there's anybody that's gonna be like, it's fine, or I don't think anybody's gonna just be absolutely in love with this film. So
Mhm.
I'm biased though. What do you guys think?
Mm.
What's your rating?
Oh, we're getting into it now.
Yeah.
Out of
Quit
5,
selling.
I'm gonna give this a 4.
Dang. You gave it a 4.
He's
Wow.
biased.
Okay. I give it a 3.5.
I am at 3.5.
Yeah.
So okay, so why do you feel like you're biased like on that on this like that generous 4 you gave it?
I could have gone higher too. I'm a huge Sandler fan, and
Uh-huh.
I just enjoy anything that he does, that he puts like his dedication into it. And you know what you're gonna get when you watch an Adam Sandler movie. You're gonna get all of his buddies. You're gonna get some of his childhood heroes. You're gonna get a funny script, whether you think it's outlandish or childish. You're gonna laugh at least a few times.
Mhm.
You could hate Adam Sandler, and I guarantee you one of his movies are gonna make you laugh at least a few times. Um, there's a lot of cheese in a lot of his movies, and Little Nicky is the same, And this was right around the time where I guess you could say this is peak Sandler, like right around that late '90s, early 2000s vibe. So, um, looking back at it, this is the first time I've seen it, like maybe 4 or 5 years. There's a lot of things that I'd probably do different. Um, but I don't know. I just got to consider Little Nicky like maybe a classic of his that just people look at it like it's his redheaded stepchild. Like you got big names in here like Rodney Dangerfield, Harvey Keitel, even though he's only in it for a cup of coffee, Quentin Tarantino. Like those are some big names. And I think it was huge for him to get Rodney Dangerfield in the movie, even if it was just for like one scene, because that was like one of his biggest stand-up comedian like childhood heroes. So I appreciate everything that he does putting into a movie, whether it's like at the end of the day, it's either craptastic or it's funny.
Crap
So,
test.
Yeah,
and he must have done something right because, I mean, 20 some odd years later, everybody still thinks that Little Nicky is like almost, it almost has like a cult following.
it's definitely a cult classic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I find I love it because like kind of what you kind of were I think what you were trying to touch on, which I like love about Adam Sandler, because I love Adam Sandler as well. Like he's that guy that when he came up, he wanted to bring like all his friends with him, and that's why like you always usually see the same faces in his movies that aren't usually in other movies or anything, because he's just having fun with his friends. Like that's all he's doing. Like he's obviously making entertainment for people, but in the end of the day, I guarantee you, him and his buddies get together. They'll get an old Adam Sandler flick that they all did together. They'll sit in their freaking homemade theater that they did themselves and just laugh their asses off watching themselves be dumbasses on the big screen. Like, that's the most coolest shit in the world, like, ever. Like, this movie, on top of that, because that's what I was talking about earlier about the budget, is he made this movie because he wanted to make this movie, not because he was trying to impress anybody, not because he cared about what anyone thought or anything. He wanted to make this movie with all his heroes, all the people he looked up in comedy and stuff like that. Like, I watched the Rodney Dangerfield like biography type of thing, and I think at some point, like Rodney Dangerfield considered this one of his favorite cameos that he ever did in a movie because of Adam Sandler basically asking him as like almost like a I don't know the word for it, but the young yin to the master. I don't really know the exact word for it, but he treated it like Rodney Dangerfield like he was this person, and Rodney Dangerfield was like one of the most humblest people in the world, and he was just like so like moved by it because he could tell that Adam Sandler like only did it because he felt like because he looked up to him so much, and so he like it was one of his favorite cameos. And all the other actors that are in there, John Lovitz, I love John Lovitz, and they're only like quick little seconds, but it was something that he wanted to do, which made it just really, really cool. And yeah, in the end of the day, he lost what, $27,000 or $22,000 basically in box office, and that didn't hurt not Happy Gilmore, what is it called, Happy Madison Productions at all. Like they kept going forward, they kept thriving, they kept making movies. Like this didn't hurt nothing. They didn't care because they're making movies for fun. That's what I like love about the whole idea of this movie and everything that it was. Sorry, I got really excited, went on a rant.
No, you're good. That's yeah. We all gave it a rating. So like I said, you can go check it out on Netflix. But yeah, Nick, what do you think?
What I think it's some little nice revision. Um, it was mainly because of Popeye's placement. Nah, it's my bias from that. um, no, it was nice seeing like a lot of the like you said, like he mix for movies with a lot of his friends. You even get to see Rob Snyder come out doing his "You Can Do It" type of stick that he does most movies.
What do you guys think of character placement? Like the roommate, the two Devil fans, the dog, Quentin Tarantino playing the blind Christian guy or the blind holy guy. For the longest time, I forgot and I didn't know that was Quentin Tarantino up
I didn't
until
know
I
it was Quentin
became
Tarantino
up
until you just told me.
up until a few years ago when I became a huge Tarantino fan. I'm like, dude, that's just even today with movies like Hoobie Halloween. Anybody who's everybody wants to be a part of Adam Sandler's like just crazy mythological world, whether it's like something crazy and professional like Uncut Gems, or whether it's something that he just puts together like Hustle. I don't know if you guys seen Hustle earlier this year on Netflix, but dude, any and everybody wants to be part of something that he does, um, and they don't care whether it gets bad reviews or not. Like he's just I've so much that I've read is just like he's just an awesome person to work for. So, and I think that's like Fuentes points out. That's just like some of the passion that he puts in all of his movies. He doesn't care as long as he's having fun.
I truly believe he would like give up every dime if he knew that everyone was having fun making movies and he didn't make no money off of it.
What do you
Just
guys think
because-
of their dad, the devil?
He was good. I mean, it was funny.
Then this is like I said, this is like a different movie from you guys that are watching or listening. That this is a lot different from what you guys are mostly trying to review. But there's not really like a death count or a kill count. If anything, you just see little Nicky die like a handful of times so he can go back to hell and either try to talk to his dad or he gets hit by the train or the bus by accident. So
I think it took me like the second time because I kind of watched through it like twice. And the second time, whenever he gets hit by the bus and the blood splatters on that guy, I noticed like the 666 on his shirt and a blood splatter. And I was like, oh, I didn't notice that the first time. That was pretty funny.
then he has a love interest in the movie played by Patricia Arquette. She is Valerie. She's also coming off of a pretty successful late 90s run. What do you guys think of Valerie in the movie?
He did really good. I found that part hilarious. Like after they after he floats up and she's like, Nikki, is that you? Just stay right there. Just like, oh, she like, misses him, whatever, and pepper sprays him. I was like, why? Why are you so mean? Why would you tell him to stay there? What's wrong with you?
Oh, that's after he has the run in with Nipples.
Nipples.
Yes, that scene. I was like, Nipples, the guy with the boobs on his head? But no, that's another character. That's Boob Head.
What do you guys think of the two evil brothers played by Tom Lister and Rice, Adrian and Cassius?
I thought it was also. I thought they were perfect, like brothers. I thought it was pretty funny that like, which I guess you don't really see Adrian's like full like mental battle, but the really buff guy was also the really strong guy. It seemed when it came to mental fighting as well, which was pretty funny that he was strong in both like bulk and like brain, basically. Like he couldn't think, but he could brain fight. I guess he wasn't as smart as Adrian, which I don't know if in this world they're one and the same. You could be better at brain fighting, but not better at thinking or as smart. I don't know. Does it have to do with your devil energy? Maybe he just has a whole bunch of devil energy, and that's why his brain, fighting is a lot better than, his thinking power. I don't know.
If you guys, did you guys have anything negative that you wanted to point out towards with the movie? Like,
Negative.
and I think the reason the budget was so high is because of all the music that's in the movie.
There's a lot of music placement.
Yeah,
I was
I think the soundtrack was probably more than probably that it should have been. Don't get me wrong, I love the music and all of it, but there's a lot of like music placement in the movie that you're just like, oh, there's where your budget went.
paid a lot for was the Incubus? Pardon me.
Yeah.
Well, I mean like a whole. There's really no really much lyrics to it. Worlds Collide was in there for like a few, and then the Chicago song. Well, they
And
play two tracks.
And that's usually with like a movie that has like a big budget towards soundtrack is like they're never probably going to get most of that back. I think recently The Suicide Squad is one of those movies in 2016 that just like blew up at the box office, but it doesn't look good on paper because the money the budget towards the soundtrack was unbelievable. So I think that's where this movie got hurt.
Huh.
So
Interesting.
yeah.
Do you ever just pull out like playlists from movies that have like the album, whatever?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Jennifer's Body. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah,
I was trying to think like what movies I actually got into.
yeah, all the time. I didn't like. I mean, even though it's kind of like a classic opening, I guess the John Lovett scene where he's doing the peeping tom on the mom, and he's my diddly dee, are those things for me? Like, even though it's so cheesy, so many years later, I'm just like, oh, it was a little uncomfortable to kind of sit there and watch, but just because of how really pervy he was, but it was still funny.
Oh yeah, he played that part so good.
He's playing himself. That's
Really,
Seminole Life.
yeah, that's what it feels like. He's too good at this, man.
Yeah, right. Like he's had practice. You can tell. He's
So-
done this before.
Hey kid,
Yeah,
go
well-
downstairs so I can.
He just like walked around like city blocks, like looking in trees, trying to find PP Toms. And then when he found one, he's just like, "Just keep doing your thing. I'm gonna take notes."
He's got his own picnic basket up there, which I thought was hilarious.
Oh yeah. It's funny because like sometimes you have to realize that these movies are like, they're not like real adaptations to life. When you really think about it. So like, my first thought was just like, he has a picnic basket, he has like a wine glass and all this shit. Like, how are you supposed to escape if she sees you? Like, you can't leave without a trace. Like, what if you drop your picnic basket, man?
The pineapple Hitler scene.
Yeah, I was about to mention that a second ago. Like, that to me that was the only like bad guy cameo, real life bad guy cameo you see is, them like shoving a pineapple up Hitler's ass. Which I didn't really think about it until right now, but Adam Sandler is Jewish, right?
He is, which I think is so hilarious about the entire situation.
Yeah. Okay, that makes more sense now.
Yeah.
Why he was shoving pineapples up Hitler's ass.
And I'm like, even in a world where people will find bad taste in anything, like it's Hitler and it's a pineapple. It's hilarious. And then he gets out like this little pear-sized pineapple, and old dad's like, nah, you got to get one bigger, son. And he picks out a bigger one, which I think is funny. But speaking of, this movie does have a whole crap ton of cameos. The street vendor played by John Witherspoon, he died recently in the past few years. He was best known for the dad in Friday and Next Friday. Reese Witherspoon has a cameo. Rob Schneider, like you guys said, is the townie. Quentin Tarantino. Dan Marino is even in there, the old Miami Dolphins quarterback from the NFL. So this movie, like, just a crap ton of cameos. Do you think the cameos were fine and funny, or do you think they were maybe too much? What do you guys think?
Like I said before, I just think he was trying to have fun with the movie. He's like, whoever wants to jump in, jump in, and it's just like, sure, I'm pretty sure he just picked up his phone and just like called a bunch of people. Was like, hey, I'm making this movie called Little Nicky. Do you want to? You want to do a cameo? No, okay, bye. You want to do a cameo? Yeah, okay, I'll write you in the script. All right, you want to do a cameo? No, all right, whatever, And he just like, whoever said yes, he wrote him in the script, and whoever said no, he, obviously didn't. But
one of my favorite scenes is the where he traps Cassius in the flask during the Globetrotters game. That's like a real funny scene.
The couple.
No double juice in here.
Yeah, it's probably this devil juice Dad gave me.
Dude, you do that so well. Do you have to move your jaw like this?
I do, yeah, I do. I do that. Yeah. That's me now, and I accept it.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's great. Uh,
Yeah.
do you think that hurt his jaw? Like, you're doing this like the whole movie? How many takes are you gonna do like this the whole time?
He, I'm sure he had to have something. Maybe a couple. Maybe that's what the whole joke was with the pepper in it schnapps, like the liquor. Maybe he had to have a little buzz to keep his mouth like that through the whole movie. I mean, because you got to admit, they were probably shooting that movie for at least 25, 30 days. He's going to do
Yeah.
that for like, yeah.
Maybe he just angled his face the right way, so he didn't have to do
Popeye's
that.
chicken is fucking awesome.
You should let it slide down your throat.
Ugh.
I'm from the South.
Deep
South.
south.
The actor who let him move in, Alan Covert, which I think in a lot of Sandler movies he doesn't get enough like attention. I think, but I think he's a really really funny guy. What do you guys think? The overweight, bald headed actor in the movie.
I think he obviously was like everyone has a role. He's obviously the dry humor kind of guy, the guy that didn't really like stick in, but
Yeah.
kind of the outcast. But I think he played his role, proper. Drinks the soda. Tastes like Pepsi.
Yeah, and like he was mostly upset, and that scene was funny in particular because he was real strict about no dogs, but he's like,
Are you about
I'm
to
gonna-
drink my Coke?
yeah, he was more upset about the coke than the dog. So
Did you just talk? No. Yeah, I think it's one of my favorite things about the movie, but like I could see like how it could be a negative, but like how almost discombobulated the whole like story is, and how like everything like transpires from beginning to end, because it's like he's obviously trying to shove a bunch of slapstick in there, like just little things that are funny throughout, especially like with cameos and stuff like that being thrown in, and it kind of makes it like a big old jumbled mess, while you're watching it. But it's like a big old funny jumbled mess. So it's just like, if you don't have that kind of attention span, like I can see how it could get really annoying really fast. You're just like, okay, like now something else dumb's gonna randomly happen, and oh, here's something else dumb that's randomly happening. But I mean, in my jumbled up, messed up brain, it's like, oh, this is all hilarious, And like I said, part of that might be nostalgia, just because I remember watching it so much as a little kid. And then like watching it again, you're just like, oh yeah, I remember when that was funny. That was hilarious.
I also think with movies like this, there has to be a time and a place where you can turn on that part of your brain and nitpick and pick apart a movie. But then when you watch something like this, I feel like you have to just turn all that off and just have fun.
Just watch it. Yeah.
If you can't have fun with a comedy like this, then it's hard to say, but I think
You're broken.
you're broken. Yeah. Like if you can't laugh at a movie like this, you might have to just hit the recharge button, take a vacation.
Yeah, definitely. And that's what I mean. I think I've talked about this before in past podcasts, but like, if something makes you smile or something just makes you forget about the mundane world you live in every day, it may not be perfect, it may not be the greatest, but if it did that for an hour and a half, even an hour of the movie, then I think it did its job. I think the movie did what it was supposed to do. It took you out of reality for a little bit of time and gave you something different to think about, something different to be happy about or laugh about, or even like, question, why did they do this? Why did they do that? It takes you out of your personal things and what's going on. I hear it a lot of, people that when they lose like a loved one or something, they'll watch movies because, that's just something that keeps your mind off things like that,
Yeah.
It's I don't know. To me, it's always worth it. If you can lose yourself for a little bit, watching a movie. And this is kind of one of those movies. Like you said, you have to let yourself just enjoy it. Let yourself, be in braced by the funny and like what he's trying to do, because it's just trying to entertain. That's all he's trying to do. Like there's nothing really more to it except entertainment. It's not supposed to be a freaking masterpiece. It's not supposed to be, you know, a classic, or I mean, technically it is in a sense, but it's not supposed to be some kind of like crazy masterpiece. It's supposed to be something you just watch, you smile, and then you get on with your day, and hopefully you'll think about the guy that had boobs on his head, and you just think about it, you know.
I think you wrapped it up perfectly. Like that's pretty good. This is a movie that I just went into also and just watched and enjoyed. I didn't nitpick. I didn't take any notes. I just put it on and enjoyed the hell out of it. So yeah, I agree. So
What about you, Nick? Who was your favorite? Did you have any favorite aspects, or just a particular scene that you were just like, this is hilarious? Or whatever you want to say.
I mean, really, it's just like the majority of the movie itself. I enjoyed from start to finish. I really can't really narrow it down to a particular scene. But just to throw a random scene, it'd be whenever they, him and his friend, the dog, when they're eating Popeyes together.
Mm-hmm.
Just like just bite it and you swallow it.
It's like, don't choke. Just
Don't choke, man. Or just the silliness of how often he kept dying from the trains and bus. From even towards the end, like he has to get back. So I have a Harry Winkler, right? What's his name?
Mm-hmm.
He gets stung by bees. He already got stung by bees, and it just unleashed more bees on him. So sorry, Henry, and then let's smash him over his head with a big old rock.
It was a very poetic scene.
another funny scene is like when he turns his head all the way around, and the other guy's like, "How do you do that?" They laced
Dude,
the
you do all the voices in this movie so well.
they laced the
You've been practicing for years.
I have been. This has been like 20 years in the making.
Do that voice again. That one guy.
How do you do that?
Yeah, I guess me and Juan kind of talked about our Adam Sandler. Do you particularly like Adam Sandler movies, Nick?
Just a few movies, not really a whole lot.
He's officially done. Get out of here.
Get out of here.
Hey, he's not for everyone. He's not for everyone.
He really isn't. I know people that just like cannot stand Adam Sandler movies. I'm just like, dude. But see, I think that's the thing, you know. To me, I see kind of Adam Sandler a little like Adam Sandler and like me and like some of my friends. Like we do goofy shit together, and you know, or maybe that's the kind of friends you want, is friends that you can do goofy shit together. So you respect, you know, stuff that Adam Sandler does. But like it's just like your friends, you know, if your friends make artwork or something, you usually tend to be like, wow, everything you do is amazing. I don't know why you're just not like so much more popular. Like you're an amazing artist. Like why aren't you out doing bigger things, you know? And to everyone else around you, they're just like, yeah, it looks mediocre. I don't know why you think it's so great. And it's like, because it is. Like, why wouldn't you think it's great? But you have like a connection with that person. And some people just don't have that connection. And that's fine. I'm just saying that, you know, some people, they don't resonate the same way. And I think that's, at least for me personally, why I like the Adam Sandler movie so much, is because I resonate with what he built and what he was trying to do and everything that he did. Because I know Little Nicky's not a masterpiece, but it's definitely like my type of humor. I definitely enjoy it. Same thing with any of his other movies. I almost said Forrest Gump, but that's a totally different thing. But, you know, Billy Madison, shit, I already forgot the golfy one. Happy
Oh,
Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore.
You
His
know,
Big Daddy.
Big Daddy. You know, a lot of the newer ones I haven't really vibed as much. I mean, besides his like more serious ones, obviously he's um, trying like different things or getting to more serious movies. But a lot of his old classics, like when he tries to make comedies, like I didn't really like. I think it's Hubie Halloween.
Yeah,
Huber.
when he started doing stuff for Netflix, I mean, Netflix pretty much made him almost a billionaire. But when he started doing stuff with Netflix, is kind of where I kind of stopped watching, like Ridiculous Six. It was just some of it was just a little too outlandish for me.
Yeah, and I felt the same. I tried to watch him because I was been a big Sandler fan for a while, and I'm just like, oh, that one didn't really hit like the other ones did.
Did you watch his stand-up Netflix special?
No, I didn't even know he had one.
Yeah, it came out like 2, 3 years ago when he had the whole phone wallet keys song.
Oh, I think I heard about it, but no, I never watched it.
Yeah, it's like an hour long. It wasn't bad. He has a Chris Farley song at the end. It'll make you cry.
Yeah, I remember people talking about like when that came out. I remember talking about. I was like, I can't watch this because I'll cry too. um, but yeah, no, I mean, anything bad? I'm trying to think of anything bad. I mean, I try, like I said, the part of my brain that could see why other people would see it bad. The kind of crazy, chaotic, movie that this is. Um, but me personally, I didn't care that it was like that. I thought it just added to the funny because it was just all right. We did something funny, and now to the next part. It didn't like dwell on anything really. It just kept making like slapstick kind of like scenes and scenes going through.
Nick, you kind of said you're not the biggest fan. Like even though you gave this movie like a 3.5, was there anything that you nitpick or you could have thought was trash? Maybe.
Tra- uh,
He's like the devil needed to be more scary.
I mean, he he could have been more evil, but yeah, it made one of his sons look more evil. Um,
You've been in hell. I get no respect.
I don't know. I mean, it wasn't a long movie at all. It kind of just went through. Maybe just the constantly of him dying over again. Just kept having to instead of just I don't know.
Is there a movie that any of y'all have ever watched that y'all like? I think this is more of a child thing for some reason or a teenage thing, but that you like watch it every day for like months at a time.
Big Daddy.
You watch like Big Daddy like every day for a long period of time.
Yeah.
For me, it was one was Scott Pilgrim, the other one was Tenacious D and the Pick of Destiny. So I like every single day after school, I would watch that movie from beginning to end every single day, and just like memorize that movie basically. But I feel like this is one of those movies that you would like watch. You would watch it like 2 or 3 times, and by the 4th time, you'd be like, "All right, I kind of getting tired," and then you get the slump, and then it just go back up again. You'd be like,
Yep.
"Hell yeah, Adam Sandler!" like, you know. I
Yep.
forgot there was. Yeah, I don't know. I really think this would be a movie that you would. Again, I give it a 3.5 because I think just more of my brain just can only take so much like dumbness because there's a lot of dumbness in this movie. But I would definitely watch it again, like just probably not so many times in a row. But that's why I brought it up because in my brain I was like, well, maybe if I did watch it like for a whole month every day, I'd probably just really like this movie by the end.
No, it'd be the opposite probably.
I was like, I hate this movie.
Too much of something is a bad thing. I didn't know if you guys wanted to talk about taglines though, but I couldn't find really any. The only tagline I found,
Is a giant tagline.
yeah, being evil ain't easy. He's never been to Earth. He's never even slept over another dude's house.
B. What the hell did I say?
If your father was the devil and your mother was an angel, you'd be messed up too.
Yeah, I can't read the bottom of that. I think it says, "Be unafraid, be very unafraid."
Yeah.
Is that what it says?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's never been to Earth. He's never even. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, taglines. Before we go on, I just want to say one of my favorite jokes in the thing. It's not even like the best joke ever. I just think it's hilarious because one of my favorite things about this movie is they kind of like let Rodney Dangerfield like have his like little like kind of spotlight for like a few jokes here and there. And I think the one was just like, I invented hell. Actually, the inspiration was from my wife. And then the guy started like laughing, and he's like, "Hey, don't laugh over there, Chuckles. You look like my wife. Only my wife was a little more hairier."
Oh yeah.
And
Or he got sent to his room and he was like, "Can I take him with me?"
Dad, go to your room. Can I take him with me? Hey, tits, go with Dad. Yeah, I don't know. Just that movie does bring back nostalgia. It's really nice to watch. Especially like when you see people have passed away, like Rodney Dangerfield and dude, what's the guy that plays the Friday dad?
Oh, John Witherspoon.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure he passed away as
Yeah.
well. To me, he's always going to be Grandpa from Boondocks, or from the Boondocks, but but yeah, it brings back a lot of nostalgia. Anyway, taglines.
But yeah, those were all the ones I found. So I guess we can go to do you guys like the ending, or how would you have ended it?
Uh,
Because I
And
mean, it ends pretty good. It ends like one of those movies where it sends out the little sentences of what everybody did after the movie. Nikki and Valerie have the baby. Um, the two punk heads die, and they get Nikki's room.
mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah,
I mean, I think it ends like an Adam Sandler movie should end. I guess I don't know. It's really hard for me to think of it's a changed ending because, yeah, I don't know. I really don't see any other
yeah, I would have left it alone.
ending for this personally.
But now, Nick, your prestigious Patrick Wilson.
oh, Patrick Wilson in the film.
Patrick
That's it. It's a good one. Out of all
The given for me is going to be Adam Sandler, but I'm going to take that off of him and give it to Harvey Keitel as a dad. I like Harvey Keitel.
Who's the actor that plays Adrian?
Oh,
Rias Efren.
Efren?
Efren?
Adrian is your Patrick Wilson of the movie.
That's it.
Yeah, that I was gonna say the same thing. That Adrian was the guy I would have picked as my Patrick Wilson in the movie. He just played that character so well. Like he was evil. He honestly was the perfect stereotypical devil. I thought, he was. He just wanted to cause mayhem. That was his only goal. Which it's kind of funny that like Adam Sandler tried to bring the kind of light that there needs to be a balance, that the devil has a role to play himself, in keeping that balance, and that this guy was even worse than that, or not even worse than that, but just like, even to play the devil, you have to have some kind of rule book and things contrary to popular belief. I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, I would say Adrian Patrick Wilson of the film.
It's all right. Are you ready to get into the next pick, next episode?
Let's pick it.
Let's pick it. Or we're gonna record right now. I mean, straight up.
Let's do it. So
next episode.
just kidding, we're reviewing it right now. Whatever it is.
I didn't do any research as where exactly this is streaming on, but I'm just going purely based because I think it's past due.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Zack Snyder film.
Did you pull it out of your pants?
The Justice League? No, it's not the Justice League, but Dawn of the Dead. The remake.
The remake.
From 2004, I believe.
2004 Dawn of the Dead. Okay.
Right? Is that 2004?
Should be HBO Max.
This is as part of the Snyderverse. And yeah.
Yes, 2004 Dawn of the Dead. And
It's on Peacock.
Peacock.
Yeah.
Going into the trying to run back the episodes. I don't think we've done a zombie film, so this will be a first.
You guys did Zombieland, didn't you? The new one.
Well, I didn't.
Dang. Yeah. Zombieland.
Dawn of the Dead in 2 weeks.
Dawn of the Dead. What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing next week for UHD?
Rob Zombie's Halloween 2.
Rob Zombie made a Halloween 2? I thought he only made one.
No.
He made another one.
Y'all are fucking with me right now? There really is a second one?
Yeah.
I swear there was. What? I have to go look it up now.
Who the hell would let him do a movie?
The one scene.
It's coming up, man. It's fucking coming up. Yeah. Halloween ends.
And Rob Zombie's The Munsters.
The Munsters. Are you gonna watch that on Netflix, or are you gonna day one pick that up on Blu-ray? It's just gotta go into the collection.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Munsters.
PG.
I like weird, disturbing shit, and I was heartbroken when The Munsters was PG. I thought Rob Zombie was gonna put his own evil, sick, twisted mind.
R-rated.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna make an R-rated Munsters.
So see some ass and what the hell's going on there?
I thought you'd see like Herman Munster over there, like raping one of the local people.
Oh shit!
But it's PG, so we'll see.
It's PG.
Yeah.
You'll probably get a director's cut down the line.
This is a completely different movie.
Herman edition.
Usually, me and Rob Zombie makes his director cuts.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm excited. But yeah, 2 weeks. Dawn of the Dead, September 21st. Should be fun.
I'm definitely excited too for in that same realm, the Netflix series of Wednesday.
Oh, yeah, Adam Sandler. Wednesday, yeah.
Yeah.
Jenna Ortega.
It's gonna be nice.
And Luis Guzman?
Guzman, yeah.
Christina Ricci's in it too.
Oh, nice. She's the one who played the original Wednesday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or at least I don't know about original, but in that one 2-movie film that we would call the original from our time.
Yeah.
That's the original. So it wasn't there another original. Nah, it's not canon.
But yeah. All right, Dawn of the Dead. Let's do it. All right, y'all ready? Welcome back, guys, to
Friday 14th. I am the 4K bad guy.
I am Mr. Fuentes, and that down there is the real Juan. He's mute today for the podcast, so I'm gonna speak all his opinions for him.
See y'all later.
See you later.
All you get to see is his facial expressions, so you have to watch us on YouTube, or else you don't know what he's even trying to, communicate.
Hey, hopefully this will be a good watch and it won't be Yawn of the Dead.
Yawn of the Dead. How dare you? How dare you? Just put some respect on it. Nah, imagine one of these days that we do a surprise drop. Like, yo, what the fuck? I thought the stream was already over. You're doing another review on top of another.
We're gonna do just a surprise. We got you.
Surprise drop.
Double
feature. Yeah. Thank you for tuning in. Seeing the lovely faces on the side here. My beard. Happy birthday once again, Fuentes.
Thank you.
I don't know if you want to reveal your age. Maybe we just not.
Thank you. I'm a generous 25 years old for like the past 7 years, maybe 8 years.
25.
And still alive.
That's funnier than 24. Sweet.
Yep. But no, it's been a good birthday. I think seeing you guys definitely at the end of my day definitely made me smile. Doing this review was definitely good. I like when I get passionate about things, and Adam Sandler is a good guy to get passionate about.
Tis true.
But yeah, no, it's a good podcast. Thank you guys for joining. Again, I'm Mr. Fuentes, and today, well, at least it was my birthday. I don't know if y'all will see this later on in life. But yeah, I mean, for my birthday, go listen to my music. I'm on Spotify, Apple Music, anywhere you stream or listen to music. Just look up Mr. Fuentes or follow me on my Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter at Mr. Fuentes 361. And speaking of 361, let's get down to the Juan.
And only.
You guys can find a lot of my social media posts on the Instagram page. It's all one word, CINEMEN movie podcast. It's Cinnamon Movie Podcast. Physical media, live posts, but 99% physical media. So go check it out on the Instagram. Yeah. Or Facebook.com/the Cinnamon Movie Podcast. We just had our 4-year anniversary episode this past Monday. We reviewed Philadelphia. Monday, we're talking about the Black Phone. Yeah. And then we have a director from Australia joining us on Monday. So, yeah. It'll be 10 o'clock.
Awesome.
While it's 7 o'clock at night for us, it'll be 10 o'clock in the morning for him. So, should be fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
The power of technology.
That's true. Nick, where can we find your face at?
My face, besides looking at it right now, you can follow me at the 4K bad guy on Insta. You can follow our Friday the 14th podcast Instagram at Friday the 14th podcast UHD. Let's see. I'm trying to think if there's another Rest Tacos episode dropping pretty soon. I'm not too sure of that.
No, there should be the one that we recorded recently. Oh, not yeah, actually, I mean, I know Franco gets a lot of content. It's every Tuesday, Thursday, and Monday he drops wrestling videos? I believe so.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going a little blank at the moment, so I don't know when the next Wrestling Tacos podcast episode is. But just keep your eye out. Till next time, guys. Stay ultra.